Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my personal opinion in the top 10 greatest players of all time. This debate is very widespread for obvious reasons. Everyone has complaints about it, everyone has different opinions, but here, this is my opinions because I don't care what you guys think. So, for number 10, it could be really anybody. I debated for this for a while and I was like, and I finally landed on Kobe. I think this is, many might think he was a bit low, but really, if you think about it, Kobe was a great scorer. He had an impeccable mentality, but really, after he didn't really make his teammates better. He was a good defender. You can see him. He was a student of the game. You can see him talking about Kevin Durant. There's a nice little video about that where he explains how he couldn't really figure him out as he had so many dimensions to him. But overall, I don't think Kobe is as great as he has 5 championships, but every single championship was won with a fellow star. So the first 3 with Shaq. I don't believe Kobe won any of the Finals MVPs in that manner, and then he won the other 2 with Powell. He would have never won without Powell. But every superstar obviously needs help to win a championship. So I'm not going to put that on him. At 9, I got Shaq. So Kobe and Shaq, it's 1 and 2. Shaq was, in my opinion, the most dominant player of all time in his era, as far as I know. So in this list, I'm not going to be including Wilt Chamberlain because I don't really know how he played. And also, Wilt Chamberlain's stats are heavily inflated by the, types of player he played against, as he's played against literal school teachers and janitors. And also, we don't really have any footage of him playing. So, at number 9, I got Shaq, as I've stated. Shaq was amazing. He was fast. He lacked a work ethic, which Kobe stated. And as Kobe says, if he had one, he could have been the greatest player of all time. He was that dominant. He was so fast. He could just body you up, dunk on your head, break the backboard. Yeah. At number 8, I have Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry is the second best point guard of all time, and this is pretty much known. I think he is number 1 or number 2, and Steph has all the accolades. He has all rookie first team, steals leader, 2 MVPs, 2016 being arguably the greatest offensive season of all time, as he was a unanimous MVP that year. So you can't say anything about it. He also has 4 championships, although 2 of them were won with Kevin Durant and the literal greatest team of all time. I think the other 2, especially the 2022 one, he just put his team on his back. He didn't really have a second amazing player in that 2022 run, except Andrew Wiggins, who was very good in his time. He played like prime Scottie Pippen for a couple games, but otherwise, I think Steph had a very good run. He had an amazing final series, and then 2015, he won with Clay and Draymond. So, yeah, Steph also, I think he's higher than Kobe and Shaq due to the fact that he's an amazing playmaker, not in the way that he passes the ball amazingly. He's still a fancy passer, but his off-ball movement creates so many openings for his team. The Warriors system is only light years of the NBA when it is due to Steph. It wasn't the system. The system revolved around Steph, and that's why I think Steph is the 8th greatest player of all time. At 7, I have Bill Russell, just the respect pick. I haven't watched Bill Russell play, but I think 10 or 11 was it 11? I'm not sure, but 10 or 11 championships really speaks for itself. I can't argue with it. He was the most dominant, winning-wise of his era, and I'll give it to respect. At 6, I have Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was a great defender. He was 5-time champion, I believe, 3-time Finals MVP, if I'm not mistaken. Tim Duncan was an amazing player. He was, many people kind of knock on him because he was one of the most. He wasn't very exciting to watch as Steph, Shaq, and MJ, any of these players, as he had the same just bank shots all the time, but is still an amazing player. And yes, Tim Duncan has 3 Finals MVPs, and I believe he also has a league MVP if I'm not mistaken. So, and this is why Tim Duncan's 6. Tim Duncan was an amazing defender. He could do everything. even a good passer, and so that's why Tim Duncan was 6. I think he's a highly underrated player. At 5 on my list, I have Larry Bird. Larry Bird is one of the greatest shooters of all time, despite, fun fact, having less threes made in his career than Draymond Green. I find that funny. That just shows the amount of threes being taken in today's NBA compared to Larry's. While Larry was a 3-time three-point contest champ, an amazing defender, 3 MVPs, he beat voter fatigue, 3 championships, really the entire package. In his prime, he was a great offensive player and a great defensive player, and had both sides of the spectrum, really. And the only reason why I put him below Magic was because Magic has more championships, and I also think Magic was a better playmaker in the sense. Well, Larry was a good playmaker. Magic was leagues ahead of him. So at 4, as I stated, I have Magic. Magic, in a way, kind of reminds me of Steph. Is they're both amazing offensive players, though are somewhat mediocre on the defensive side. Magic was an amazing passer and playmaker, unlike Steph, who was an amazing shooter and I guess also a playmaker in that sense. But Magic had 5 championships, MVPs, and his career was cut short due to HIV, I believe. So we don't know what would have happened if his full career played through. Also, in every single year of his career, he had an all-star appearance, which is actually absurd. So that's why I think Magic is number 4. At 3, I got Magic's teammate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem has 3 MVPs, 4 championships, I believe. But Kareem was an amazing player, second greatest scorer of all time in regular season points, only behind LeBron James, with 38,000 and something points. I'm not sure, to be honest. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really revolutionized the game around bigs. Not to say that Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell didn't. It's just that he made it so everyone thinks that we need a big to play basketball, to win basketball games. And he used that skyhook, which was unguardable in his era, and still would be today if people actually utilized it. Which unfortunately, it's kind of gone out of style. At number 2, I have LeBron James. LeBron James, 4 NBA championships, many Finals MVPs, also 4 Finals MVPs. Really amazing player. MVP was never, I guess, the defensive caliber, but has, as I stated, the most regular season points of all time. He also has amazing longevity in his 21st season already, and he's still going strong. 25 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, leading his teams championships or playoff runs, if you would. But I think LeBron James is the second greatest player behind Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. 6 championships, 6 Finals MVPs. Amazing player. He was. What's funny is people will say that LeBron is better because he's a better playmaker. Jordan was the better defender, the better scorer, more clutch in every situation, and that's why I give Jordan the edge was because of his defense. As LeBron James has never been a slack on defense, but he wasn't the best defensive player on the planet, which MJ was, as he won DPOY and MVP in the same season. So that is my list, and if you want to recap, I have Kobe at 10, Shaq at 9, Steph at 8, Bill Russell at 7, Tim Duncan at 6, Larry Bird at 5, Magic Johnson at 4, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 3, LeBron at 2, and MJ at 1. Thank you for listening, and consider subscribing. It really helps me out, and thank you. Peace.